A very good morning to all of you. A wonderful morning over here in Mysore. Before I actually introduce myself, let me tell you a very interesting thing. I'm a human who is competing with the machines and losing gracefully. I have trained so many people, led training teams, built careers, and I met a colleague who works 24 by 7, who doesn't even take a coffee break, who remembers every single thing I have been discussing over a year, every single thing. You know what is it? Yes, you're absolutely right. That's my biggest challenge and my biggest partner, AI. But the very first thought that came across my mind is AI a competition? And then made it realize AI is just a beginning of something bigger. Today, I'm going to talk with you about upgrade, about update. I'm sure everyone must be using mobile phones. You must be getting a notification with a red dot stating update is available. You're getting it? You have only two choices. Either you update it immediately or you click on the button, remind me later, remind me tomorrow. How many of you over here, I'm asking you the question, how many of you over here actually click on remind me later? How many of you? 1, 2, 3, multiple hands. Okay, how many of you actually click on remind me later for almost 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? See, it means we are actually the human version of remind me later for the past 2 to 3 years. We need to evolve ourselves with intelligence. And intelligence doesn't mean only smart, or only I'm talking about technology. The world is way ahead. The world is moving faster. Technology is moving faster. Market is growing. And we need to survive in this industry, in this market. Then what are things we require? We need to evolve. Now, because we are friends, let me introduce myself. My name is Shraddha Bhanushali. I'm a corporate trainer, a business leader, a CEO for Taurus Skillforce, basically more into the Learning Institute, evolving people, transforming their lives, building up their careers. It's a very noble job, I feel. I remember my first sales job. I actually started my career with sales, with one of the very reputed bank. A branch manager handed over me the list of 50 clients, 50. And he told me, Shraddha, just make a call to them. These are not your portfolio customers. You just need to do a cold calling. Try and understand, are they willing to give their investments to us? Are they willing to transact in our bank? I was very much confident. A young graduate passed out from MBA, was just 10 days old in the organization. I thought I'm an MBA finance person. I understood the product. I know what a product is all about. Please don't ask me the first 10 calls how it was. It was an adventurous experience. That first 10 calls were really an adventurous experience. By 10th call, I realized two things. One, customer hang up the call even before I say good morning. Very faster. Very faster. You must be experiencing, especially when you're getting calls from telecommunication industry. Even before they say anything, we hang up the call. My product knowledge really worked over there? No. And second, I need to know more and more apart from just product training. Back then, I was not aware about what do you mean by evolve with intelligence. But now when I'm looking back, indirectly, I was aware about it because when I faced this, when I started facing rejections from the clients, hanging up the call, not interested, we already have investments with some other competitors itself. I understood. I started evolving indirectly. What did I do? I listened carefully. I started responding in much smarter way. I started asking smarter questions rather. And moreover, I realized one thing, that sales is all about adapting fast. Very fast. Trust me, you will believe or no, sales is higher than any emotional intelligence training ever. Ever. That was just the beginning of my career. If you actually survive facing the rejections, like if I'm giving a call to a follow-up call to a client, and the client says, I'll call you back later, where you know that his least interested is not going to call you back. You can survive anything. You can survive your breakups. You can survive your appraisals at a lower increments. You can survive anything. Even if you are actually calling to your HR manager to know the status of your offer letter, and if the HR says, we'll call you back later. These are real conversations. These are real rejections and real adjustments, which you're not going to get in your textbooks. These are situations. The second phase of my career, I entered into L&D, the beautiful line. So I was really very happy shifting from sales to L&D role. I informed one of my friends that, I have decided to change my field from sales to L&D. You know what he said, what he responded? Oh, Shraddha, so now from talking to customers to talking to employees. Congratulations, same job, just with no commission. I said, okay, fine. Training is something, or learning and development is something wherein you adapt over time. I'm purposely focusing on the word adaptability. It's really required. I'm not only talking about AI, I'm not only talking about, emotional quotient over here. When I landed into training, I understood one thing. The sales approach, the sales style, which I was having when I was working in the bank, I cannot have in a training room, or I cannot have in a boardroom. Let's say there are 100 of people who are attending in a training session. Everyone has a different perspective. Everyone has a different thoughts. I actually need to change my style, change my approach. Some people might be really feeling that this is an inspirational session. Some people might be interested, and some people might get bored. How to keep them together? Same like a WhatsApp family group. WhatsApp family group? You have different mindset people, right? And what you have to do, it doesn't mean everyone agrees with whatever thoughts you have. But still you need to keep them together. That's what working in the corporate, that's what working in the organization is. Evolve. After some time, I became the CEO. So people started asking me that, Shraddha, how can an L&D professional can become a CEO? My dear, it's all about evolving. I always keep on telling people, learn faster than even the role demands. If you don't, it's a question for your survival. I remember one of the client, trust me, a very bigger client, because being into this institute, we work with multiple corporates. And we come across with multiple pain areas of the organization. When we plan any training programs, we understand first what are the pain areas. Either they might have conducted any gap analysis, they might have identified incompetencies and we try to work upon it, or we help them in identifying the gaps. How? There are different methodologies for that. So one client told me that, Shraddha, we have leaders who holds around 25 to 30 years of experience. I said, okay, fine. What's the problem? The problem is the leader feels they know everything. They don't have the openness to learn. And moreover, they have a traditional mindset. Now, what is happening? The team that they have, they hold 5 years, 10 years, 12 years experience. And now there is a generation gap. Can you create a bridge between them? I think this is a question almost every second organization is facing it. Every second organization is facing it. Gen Zs are joining the organization. Organization is in a position wherein do we really be able to handle the questions that Gen Zs has? When the client was actually discussing with me, you know what we did? We actually created a transformational training program for such people. We tried to shift their mindset. Now, what was the mindset issue? They don't want to use AI. They feel like, whatever I'm doing it for the past 15, 20 years, 25 years. Why should I change? And everything is happening good. See where the company is growing. Why should I change? Because the world is changing. If you want to grow, if you want to go ahead, evolve yourself. Evolve yourself just like an upgrade or update in your phone. That's really required. Leadership is not all about IQ. It's about AQ, handle people, handle team with different mindset, and also how you overthink at midnight 2 a.m. as well. It's also about AQ, adaptability. If there is any market shift at midnight, how you are going to adapt. It's also about cultural intelligence. When I talk about cultural intelligence, you will actually see that there are many people in your team, it can be your peers, it can be your team members, who come from different psychology with different mindset. As what I said, it's like a family WhatsApp group. Everyone won't agree with what you have or what you are thinking. How are you going to keep them together? When I'm talking about all these things, when I'm talking about evolving with intelligence, trust me, my entire career, right from sales, L&D, being into a leadership role right now, if I would have been the same Shraddha as I was 12 years back, where would I have been? Today, I'm leading a team. I had never worked in marketing team. I had never worked in product team. I had never worked in technical, but today I have the entire team reporting under me. It means, am I going to say, oh my God, I'm not a technical person. I don't understand that. Of course, no, I need to evolve. I need to understand what the performance marketing is. I need to understand what the SEO is all about. You have to. Before I conclude, I would like to ask you one question. Do you upgrade your phone every day, or you upgrade yourself every single day? Think about it. The world is moving faster. If you want to move ahead, you really need to understand few things. One, as what my experience says, sales is a survival intelligence. Learning and development is an adaptability intelligence. And being a leader, being a CEO, right now I'm in a position of transformational intelligence. It's not only about adaptability, it's not only about adapting it, but it's about creating it. The world is moving ahead. How fast you're going to get evolved with the intelligence? Thank you so much.